Right, so we have taken the show to some very cool places, but I don't know that we've been anywhere on the show that's on the National Historic Registry. There's a sign when you come into this building, because this building is the Owen and Emma Garrettson farmhouse. I mean, this building is from
1901.
1901 is when they finished it.
Yep, they started in 1899, finished it in 1901. It's actually the third house on the property. So the first house was a log cabin, and then in 1840 they moved to a house up here, and then they built this house.
When your family owns the, again, oldest
continuously owned family farm in Iowa.
I've only had this much mead, but that's a mouthful even when you have it. But I wanted to ask you, fellas, I mean, when you have that kind of history behind you, is that a lot to answer to? I mean, when you look at everything that's gone on here, specifically in this part of Iowa and this soil that your family's had for 150 plus years, I mean, is that extra pressure to make sure you don't blow it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to mortgage the farm,
right?
You never lose the farm,
right?
That's always number
well, yeah,
one.
It's been in the family since before. And this was the Wisconsin Territory. Again, I know that's crazy, but I have to keep saying that this is older. Where we're at is older in Salem, older than Iowa itself.
Yes.
So that is an enormous pressure. You don't want to be the generation that blows it.
No.
They're in no danger of doing that because the mead is fantastic. But I was just curious about the pressure when you're from a family that has gotten as much accomplished as yours has. Where we're at on this plot of land, your family was part of the Underground Railroad.
Yep, they were Quaker abolitionists. The town of Salem was established as a Quaker community. And so my great-great-great-grandfather was one of the conductors on the Underground Railroad. Had a $500 bounty on his head in Missouri.
No kidding.
Yeah, $500 in 1840s is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money now. Let's not sit here and kid each other. So they started as abolitionists.
Yep.
So you've got a lot to be proud of, even without the incredibly delicious mead.
Yes.
But let's talk more about the mead, shall we? What do we get started with? Bumbleberry?
Bumbleberry, yeah. So Bumbleberry is our biggest seller, and this is made all from fruit off the farm and honey from Iowa.
What kind of fruits do you use in this?
So we use Iowa grapes, elderberries, and aronia berries.
Aronia berries.
Yep.
I have no idea what that is.
State of Iowa has been promoting it as a superfruit, much like elderberries. The state of Missouri has been promoting elderberries.
Like a acai kind of something or other.
Yeah, really. They have more antioxidants than any other fruit around.
So you fellas are telling me this is good for me.
Yes.
Well,
that plus the honey.
Yep.
So this uses all fruit that's Iowa fruit.
And it's all fruit that we grew. So it's got like Frontenac and Marquette grapes, and then elderberries we grew, and aronia berries we grew.
Okay. All right. Well, cheers.
This is going to be a little bit tartar than the Sizer that we had out in the wine barn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
But more flavor forward.
So again, mead is kind of like a hybrid between wine and beer. There's a lot of wine making techniques. There's a lot of beer making techniques.
And then for a lot of them, it has like some wine-like characteristic flavors,
right,
but beer-like mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm. It's got wine taste.
Some of them do, depending on what you add to it.
But I don't feel weird drinking it because I don't really like wine. I feel like I'm drinking a beer.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What's next?
Do you want to do the Pyman or the Harvest Moon?
I want to do the Harvest
Yes.
Moon.
All right, Harvest Moon.
The answer to that is yes. Okay, so this
is going to taste way different than what we just had. So
it's crazy how different those two taste.
So this is also, how did you pronounce it, Justin? Metheglin?
This is a metheglin.
A metheglin.
Yes.
I've always pronounced it metheglin.
And perhaps you can describe to the viewers this is actually taken. We make a scarecrow every. We make a scarecrow every fall. Mm-hmm. That's why it's called Harvest Moon.
It's a scarecrow exposing his buttocks to the camera. You know, we're on late at night. I'm not sure we can show that. Well, maybe we. I guess we're showing it. Okay.
Can we show 2 pumpkins?
Well, there it is, everybody. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. We're on late enough. I'm told we can get away with showing you this. And you know, the thing that I love about this is he's really pleased about what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
This is a guy that has, this pumpkin man has no shame.
No.
Which I think is terrific. Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon.
A metheglin. And what is a metheglin?
Pumpkin spice.
Oh, pumpkin.
Yep.
This is going to be...
It tastes like pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
So this could be good mead for like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this is our fall mead. I'm actually surprised we have even any left. But I guess
So by the time you get here, it'll be gone.
We still have people asking for it, so I keep it on the shelf.
Right. And again, things are kind of seasonal because of the nature of mead and the nature of the fruit that you use to make the mead. All right, metheglin, pumpkin spice. Let's see.
It smells so good.
Oh, guys.
So that's my favorite.
You know, hang on. Wow, hang on now.
And my brother makes mead twice as good as I ever made.
Pumpkin for me, is not a note that works in craft beer. Just for me.
Yeah, I fully understand.
And I love pumpkin pie.
Yep.
I love pumpkin everything. Pumpkin bread. For me, it's a note that doesn't work. Yep. Blueberries are another thing that, for me, doesn't work as a note in craft beer. I mentioned blueberries in mead is pretty darn good. But as an ingredient in this mead, this is terrific.
Thank you.
And it does taste like a pumpkin pie.
Yep.
Fellas, thanks for having us here to the farm.
Yeah, thanks for
a farm with a rich and important history and really delicious meads that you can have. Just make your way here to Salem. Fellas, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming out. Appreciate
Keep up the great work. It is East Grove Mead. Fantastic stuff.
So the only way that we can reproduce, let's say a Fuji, is we plant a wild apple tree, we let it grow up, and then we whack at it, and we insert a little bit of DNA, a little bit of tissue from a Fuji apple tree. And then from that comes a bud and produces a shoot. And so every Fuji apple tree is a clone that you produce going down the road.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So they're all clones out there.
Yeah.
That you're whacking with DNA.
Yeah. We did the DNA whack.
I had no idea.